We'll move on then to The Flash, issue 66. Mark Waid writing, Mike Collins on art. Regular artist is off for an issue at least. It's a one-shot story with an Aquaman tie-in. Well, not tie-in, crossover, better.
Guest appearance.
He's guest appearing, yes. Linda's taking Wally on a cruise that she's gotten from her work. And people still seem to know he's the Flash right now. That was something we questioned during the big special, this the anniversary special back at the start of this run, because he's clearly running in front of people and doing stuff in the boat. But they're playing tennis or racquetball, I think it may be actually, and he's kind of showing off, and Linda's kind of pissed that he's showing off. They do make a point of saying that him and Linda aren't technically an item right now. Clearly, they're in kind of a weird.
Yeah, but I mean,
place.
if you invite a guy on a cruise with you, that's a bit more than nothing, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a bit more than nothing, but clearly they're not in a place where they're willing to admit they're in a relationship right now or whatever. And basically, he's kind of bored on the ship because there's not a lot to do for someone of his super speed sensibilities. But all these whales start interrupting the cruise, and essentially we get a plot here where Aquaman is actually being mind controlled himself by the Marine Marauder, this mohawk wearing...
It's a huge mohawk.
Yeah, well. Huge green mohawk, who basically enslaves the people who were on the cruise to help sort of start digging and whatever, because she's on this little island looking for this underwater sunken city because she wants this crown of this Atlantean god or whatever it is. Is a really over-the-top thing. She's got people hanging upside down, dangling above like sharks who are sort of bobbing out of the water. Proper comical stuff. But Wally gets out and ultimately he tries to help, but she says, hey, I'm controlling everything. Even if you stop me, the sharks are just going to eat these poor people over here. You know, I've been spending all my time looking for this thing. I can control Aquaman. So I'm sending you down. You put on your costume and I'm sending you down. You're going to help me and you're going to go get this crown for me. So Aquaman goes out of the water. Aquaman shows up, but he's not Aquaman like in control of himself. He's Aquaman being controlled by her. You know, and this is showing how good her aquakinesis is that she can even control Aquaman.
Yeah, because he's apparently fish enough that it works on him.
Yes. So they find this big vault door, they go in, the water goes rushing in, they find this crown and,
Yeah, it's just like underwater palace.
They get back up, Aquaman puts on the crown, and he's like, I am, what did he say? What's his name?
Enlil.
Enlil, yes, I am Enlil, and I'm good. And the storm's brewing above him. It's over the top. All the rest of it. We see the clouds all go dark. The waves are all starting to crash. Like the storm's brewing around the island. So Wally goes to save everyone, put them in a cave to save them from this tidal wave that's coming. He even managed to save Aquaman and take off the crown by surprising him from behind. And he tries to save Marauder as well, but she wants the crown and ends up, he's like, no, I have to close the cave off with the rocks to save everyone, and she's left outside. And it's like, okay, fine. Disaster averted. Aquaman's back to being himself ever since the crown got bumped off him, and it's like, okay, but what about Marauder? Could she have survived that? And the final panel is just like her hand like out of a pile of rocks, as if she's reaching for the crown, but seems to be dead.
I actually really like that kind of beat on it. At first, it's like, you see the crown, and then it pans over and you see the hand, and it's like maybe she'll return for her revenge, maybe. And then the final panel is the full reveal, and it just says nah. Because it's just her body completely stuck under. She is dead. It's just there happens to be an arm sticking out.
Yeah, I never heard of Marine Marauder, but there's a good chance that this was her one and only appearance.
Yeah.
There's a pretty good chance.
Definitely a regular artist back next issue, because it says so at the end of mine, because I'm reading the singles on DC Universe. Oh,
that's cool. I mean, that was fine in this, I thought.
Yeah, it's not bad.
It's not as good as the regular artist, but it was solid enough. It's definitely a fun, just sort of like one-off tangent issue where it's like, oh, let's just do this wacky story where they're trapped in an island, and like, even Linda's like trying to help with what's going on and try to get Wally up and running, because Wally didn't even bring his costume. It was actually Linda who brought his costume. So
yeah, it's not a bad issue by any means. It is the epitome of just here's a fill-in issue while we wait for our regular artist.
Mm-hmm. It's kind of weird.
A lot worse though.
It's kind of weird that we have the year one story arc, and then it's okay, we're back to the present day stuff, but we have to like get this weird issue first before we get to like the whatever the main plan's going to be.
You almost feel like when they were originally collecting the trades at the time, this might not have been collected at all. Like they'll have done the Born to Run, skip this one, and then collected the next whatever arc is that we've got with the proper team.
Yeah, I'm glad it's included though. I don't like skipping issues.
No, I wasn't saying that they should. I can feel that at the time. Now we've mostly moved past that sensibility now and just kind of collect everything.
Yeah, it's had a fun time. Obviously, it's not a standout issue by any means, but as a romp goes with silly theatrics of sharks and tidal waves and all the rest of it. It's kind of weird that it is more of an Aquaman story than a Flash. I mean, Flash is still the main character. Wally's still the central focus of it all, but what the villain's doing, and all the visuals, and all the actual sort of threats that he faces are all Aquaman style stuff.
Yeah.
So, what are you giving it?
I'm giving it a 6. It's fine.
Yeah. I'll go 6.5. Well, it's 6.5. I was tempted to give it a 7. I thought maybe that's a bit too much.
But a bit generous.
Yeah, but it's fine. It's fine.